325-5797. Want to go to line 5 and welcome Frank from one of my favorite cities in America, Philadelphia, listening on 900 WURD. Frank, welcome to Keeping It Real with Reverend Al Sharpton. You got Andre and Reverend Michael A. Walron. Your thoughts?
Yes, Reverend Andre, Michael Warren. You know, I hold Trump personally responsible for the terrorist attack on Army Second Lieutenant Richard Collins, and also that's the second veteran he's directly responsible for the death of, and his decisions and the atmosphere that he has created in this country. But I'm sorry that I didn't get your other guest get to speak with her. I wanted to ask her opinion on the big filing of a class action suit on behalf of all U.S. registered voters in the district, in the U.S. District Court. Now, in this country, the way the elections are designed, when you vote, you're not voting for the president or vice president, you're voting for the electors. And what happened, in this case, this was not a loss. If you go by the Constitution of the United States, this was a win in which the minority vote was not counted. And this is not the first time this has happened. This happened over decades ago, and we still didn't do anything about it at that time, and we're not doing anything about it now. As I say, the class action suit, there were 11 states. We're going by the Constitution of the United States here now. There were 11 states that were unbounded, and that means they were able to select their electors proportionally rather than winner take all. And that is the case that's going on in D.C. right now. The judge down there, we're not supporting that judge. He acknowledges that these 11 unbounded states. And what we should be doing is calling on all of the electors from these states to file onto that suit and petition as plaintiffs, because they are the ones that are entered to give it standing. And so right now they're just going along with the electors of the racist electors is the ones that they are counting the vote. And we're not even challenging this in the District of Columbia. That alone, if you count all these 11 states, in Pennsylvania, my state, being among the most electors, should be leading the challenge in this. They had 10 electors. And if you add all of these 11 states up, it comes to 60 electors. That gives Hillary an overwhelming selection of the electors. And she not only won the popular vote, but she won overwhelmingly in the electoral vote. And we're talking about we're not challenging this when we lost. We're not challenging it when we won.
All right, let's get Reverend Walron's thoughts about that. Reverend Walron, the brother says that he holds Donald Trump personally responsible. Your thoughts?
I don't know how I hold Donald Trump personally responsible for the outcome of the election. I mean, listen, there are a lot of things that are being revealed now, and I think there's yet more to come out with regard to Russia's impact on the election. If there was any collusion or tampering with the election, specifically, I think everyone believes there has been. That may have shifted the outcome, but we have to wait and see what the investigation says and what the intelligence reports that are classified, once they're declassified, and share what we learn and what we know. I'll say that. Only one thing I will say, challenge that the caller said, and that is this. If we say that they did not count the minority vote, and that's why Trump won, if there was ever a time that the minority vote was not going to be counted, it would have been in 2008 and 2012, for sure. And so when Barack Obama ran. So I don't know, we know the history of minority votes being suppressed. That is real. I think we've had instances where we know elections have been tampered. We know that is real. I think there are a lot of factors in this race that are yet to be determined, and until then, I think it is all speculation, even if the speculation is true.
877-532-5797. Let's go to line 6 and welcome Christine joining us also from Philadelphia, listening on 900 WURD. Christine, welcome to Keeping It Real with Reverend Al Sharpton. You got Andre and Reverend Walron. Your thoughts?
Praise the Lord, Reverend. Praise the Lord, Andre. I'd like to say that I understand that people are hurting and people are angry, but I also understand that as a human being, we are all responsible for things that's going on in this world today. You know, people talk about, and they want to point fingers, you know, Donald Trump was ordained to sit where he at. For whatever reason God chose him, he chose him. But what he did say, God said, and he gave us the answer. He said, if my people call by my name and humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will then heal, forgive their sins and heal their land. And until then, unfortunately, the book of Revelations will unfold. But we all must take our own responsibility in reference to what's going on in the world today. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of the forum.
Well, we appreciate you being a part of that forum. Reverend, your thoughts?
Yeah, I absolutely don't agree with that. I mean, when we say it's the language that we use religious language in ways that are amazing at times, and we say God ordained this. Well, we do not live in a theocracy in this country. We live in a democracy guided by a constitution with its separation of church and state for specific reasons. I'm not going to go as far as that God ordained Donald Trump. If I agree and say God ordained Donald Trump, then I have to also say God ordained slavery. Then God ordained the manifestations of white supremacy. Then God ordained the different manifestations of white privilege. Then God ordained Jim Crow laws. I mean, I can go on and on and on. And my faith is not going to lead me to believe that God ordained it. Now, I know God can redeem and transform it, but we have to bear responsibility for the evil actions of evil men and women, period. And not be so quick to heap things upon God ordained. If it comes out that Russia played a part in this election cycle that enabled Donald Trump to be elected president, then did God ordain Russia to be involved in this election? I just can't go that far when I hear often people say it. It is often a religious fallback to put all things in God, so well, God did it, but I don't believe that. Human beings have agency, and we have responsibility, and we must claim and be responsible for both.
877-532-5797. Let's go to